Welcome to the Downtown Studio Midlands In Focus. This is a series where we talk with creatives around West Texas. I'll be your host, Mike. This is my beautiful wife, Steph. And today we have a little interesting episode, a little different. So while she still is a content creator, she's more of a marketing person. So we have Isabelle Griesmer. See, I told you I was going to screw it up.
That's
Isabelle
right.
Griesmer with Digital Bliss Marketing Solutions, LLC.
LLC.
So thank you, Isabelle, for coming on. How you doing?
I am doing fabulous.
Awesome. Okay, so I've got to ask you something. We've got to start off with this.
Send it.
Because it's pretty interesting.
Okay.
So you're not from here, right?
No, I'm from Alaska.
I know. So Alaska. So, okay. Did you grow up in Alaska?
No.
Where did you grow up in?
Partly Oregon, California, Las Vegas, right outside the Strip in a trailer park.
That's awesome.
That's fun, yeah. Lots of character, but mostly Alaska.
Mostly Alaska. Okay. So how long ago did you move here?
2020, like a week before the COVID shutdown.
Okay.
That was great. Yeah.
And how long did you live in Alaska?
Moved there in 2012 and I left 2019. I'll let you do the math.
7 years.
Yeah, roughly.
Okay. So how was that transition from Alaska to Midland, Texas?
I'll throw this little tidbit in there. We did not come straight to Midland. We were in Charlotte for a year. Only a year.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes. We were literally 5 minutes away from Carowinds, which is right on the border of North and South Carolina. Magical, by the way, if you have a chance to get a season pass. Absolutely. Like full send that bad boy. So that was cool. We were only there for a year, and we were with like Elevation Church, and that's where I started digital marketing, actually. It was through Elevation Church and their leadership pipeline, essentially. But then my husband got a job with like a really big oil company here, and they're like, "You're coming to West Texas." And we're like, "You got it." So we came here.
Okay, so what was that shock like?
That was rough and a half, man. We signed our lease for our apartment in Charlotte, North Carolina, and there was nothing available. So it was like, sight unseen, and we saw pictures, and there was not a lot of pictures. And when
It's not a good sign.
It was in Odessa too. So when we
that's
got
That's
here,
definitely not a good sign.
we walked into the apartment and walked right back out. And we were sitting in the parking lot of Target. He's like, "We need to go somewhere nice. Let's go to Target." I was crying because I was like, "Oh my God, what did we sign ourselves up for?" The job, great. That was not the problem. It was the specific area and the townhome apartment. So it was very shocking. And then like the dust storms and the flooding and then the COVID and the shutdown. We got 2 dogs. It was very weird. It was a weird first 6 months. But it was good. Wild.
So you're missing the trees and
I do miss the trees.
the water.
I miss the hiking. I miss the grass, like nice green grass and trees. So
that other people don't have to water to make it grow.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It just thrives all on its own. Here,
Yeah.
it's like,
You've
oh my
gotta,
gosh.
yeah.
You got to do everything, work of the Lord, just to have a decent lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
missed the
even
nice
then-
crisp air.
I miss the hiking and like going around water. I don't miss the moose though. I've been chased by one too many.
Really?
I don't think we've ever seen a moose.
I've seen a moose.
Oh yeah. I was sitting in
I've seen plenty of
a little
mooses.
lawn chair in the
Mooses?
Mises or mooses?
yard. I actually don't remember. I joke around and I say meeson.
So my dad used to live in northeastern Washington on the border of like Canada and Idaho. And so it was in the mountains. And so we'd see a bunch of moose there.
Oh yeah.
No bears.
Oh, thank God. No.
I mean, there were bears. I just didn't see any.
Yeah, I never saw any.
You
I
never
just
saw a bear?
moose. No, I ate bear. I had bear burgers. Those are really good. You should try it. But
Did
no,
you
I never
never
saw
see
a
a bear
bear.
in
No,
Alaska?
unless I went to the zoo. But
Really?
Every time we'll go out of town to a national park, he's all about like, I want to see a bear.
Okay, so we went to, 2022 or 2023? We went to Yellowstone
Yeah.
in Grand Tetons. And I was like, wanted to see a bear the whole time. And we took a little hike, and there was all these signs about, hey, there was a mama bear and her cubs, like FYI.
Oh.
And so we're like, all right, we're going to see a bear.
Yeah.
Never saw a bear.
No.
So we're leaving,
Oh.
and we're headed back down. And I guess just south of Grand Tetons, there's like a national forest.
yeah.
And we're going, and it's pretty steep, pulling the RV. And there's a couple cars pulled over, and as I'm driving by, there's a freaking bear. And I was
You
like,
saw a bear.
It was a grizzly, right?
It was a grizzly
It was a
bear.
grizzly bear.
And I was like, couldn't even stop.
We're
I was
like, oh,
"Dang it."
cool.
Oh no, just drive by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I will say I did encounter a bear. I just didn't see it.
Really?
Yeah, we were camping with my aunt and uncle in Alaska, and it was actually pretty terrifying. They brought their 2 dogs, and we were sleeping in the tent. And my dad doesn't wake anyone else up. He just wakes me up, and he's like, "Hey, do you hear that?"
It's a bear.
I'm like, first of all, I was asleep. Rude. And it's cold. It's Alaska in the summer, which is like
Still cold.
it's still cold. It's 60, and everyone's like, let's go to the lake. Sorry, my Alaskan friends, but y'all are wild. Anyway, he wakes me up. He's like, you hear that? And I just hear something romping around. Whoom, whoom, whoom. And the dogs are just going nuts. I'm like, how is everyone else asleep? And he goes, that's a bear. It's a bear? What are we doing? Do you have your
Bear mace.
Your
Your-
bear mace?
well, no, the more efficient bear mace, we'll call it that. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on
lead-
here.
the
the
lead.
lead-based.
the
lead-based.
lead-based bear mace is like, you have it? He goes, oh, well, yeah. And I was like, okay, why are you waking me up to tell me this? I'm not going back to sleep now. And so I'm just listening to this thing walking around, and like the dogs are just barking around. I'm like, can I look? Should I look? And he's like, you can. I was like, I won't. I was so scared. I was like, why did you wake me up just to traumatize me? But I don't know. It's cool,
Because
I
dads
guess.
do that. That's a dad thing.
That's
they were like,
wild.
hey, you have to experience this thing with me.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times my dad would like wake us up or like pull us out of what we're doing just to show us the most outlandish things. I was like, oh my gosh.
My dad used to do that. He's like, hey, there's a tornado. You should come out on the porch with me and watch this tornado with me. And I'm
Straight
like,
out of the woods. Hey, come look at this.
Yeah.
such a dad thing.
Okay.
So we went to what I'm thinking of, Great Smoky Mountains last year,
Okay.
and we saw a bear.
You saw a
Because
bear.
it's like,
Oh, yeah, we were like super excited. The
It's
kids
like
were like
Nice.
asleep. And we were like super excited.
Because it's like the most black bears in the square footage in like the United States or something.
Oh
in
my
that park.
gosh.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
And so I
Smoky
was
the
like,
bear.
I was like,
Uh-huh.
all right, well, we have to see a black bear. And we saw a black bear. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
we were so
That's so
excited about
awesome.
it. The kids were like, eh. Like the one kid that was awake, he was like, eh. And we were like super excited. We were like getting our own cameras and
Oh, heck yeah.
I
we
like
were
jumped out of the
excited.
truck and
Oh,
just
I
had my
absolutely
camera on a
would.
tripod. Or
Yeah.
actually
no,
it was
we
like
were
a monopod.
excited.
You don't want to see a polar bear though. Mm-mm.
That'd be cool.
No.
No, it's not cool.
Those
Have you
things
seen a polar
are.
bear?
Are they vicious?
I've seen one in the zoo. That's about as
What
far
is
as
a
I'm ever
zoo?
getting. But listen, it was terrifying. Those things are massive.
Well, I hear. Yeah. And I've heard they're like really vicious. I don't know.
Oh, they're absolutely vicious. So my husband worked up in Prudhoe Bay or Dead Horse on the slope. That's what they call it, the slope. I thought it was a ski slope for a very long time. It's not. It's an oil rig location.
Okay.
They just call it that.
It's the slope. All right, Alaskans know what that is. And they have jobs specifically for, I guess, like hunters to patrol with weapons to protect the employees from polar bear attacks.
John
But
does.
you're also not actually allowed to do anything. It's illegal. So if a polar bear walks up, there's very strict rules on how to handle that. Essentially, you can't just full send. Like there's procedures because there's
trying to
a lot
protect
of
them.
laws out there, protecting the wildlife out there and everything. But they're there in case there is like a attack or impending attack, because there's a lot of polar bears up there and they're gigantic.
That's crazy.
Pretty sure that's
my
what our
buddy-
friend does.
Yeah, so my buddy out of, he used to live here and then he went to Ruidoso. Well, he still lives in Ruidoso, but he's like done contract work up there for security. And I think it's in that area.
Yep.
So
He like pepper balls them or
Yeah, he, like-
paintballs them or
That's
something.
probably what
he
they
sent
do
me
on
like
the
pictures
slope.
of like bears
I
just
don't
in
know.
dumpsters. And I'm just like,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay,
Like,
thanks.
what are you doing?
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me this: what's Christmas like in Alaska since we're here in Christmas time?
Oh, there's definitely snow, if that's what you're wondering. And
Well,
it's
I
not,
hope
we don't
so.
live in igloos. So
What? No
I've
way.
genuinely had people ask me that. No.
What
no.
okay, sidetrack. What other like misconceptions do we need to clear up about Alaska?
Oh.
Does everybody wear fur?
No, not everyone.
Is it like 40 days of night?
More than that.
Is that
It's like
most
6 to 9 months of just straight dark.
in what parts?
All.
Really?
Yeah, some are worse than others. Like Prudhoe Bay, my husband would send me photos because he would work 2 on 2 off. So he'd fly up there for 2 weeks and then, or up wherever for 2 weeks and then come back. and they did like 12-hour shifts. And so like in the middle of the day, he'd send me a photo of like noon, and it's just dark, and you see just this little sheet of light, just like a line, a little bit of like a sun, and then that's all they got. And it was just dark.
Wow.
So it was, sunlight is very short-lived in the winter, and people buy what we called happy lights to combat the winter depression, because it was just so dark all the time. So they'd have these like bright happy lights in their house.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had a lot of lights, like string lights, everything. We called them happy lights.
Yeah.
It was always so dark.
That makes sense though.
Yeah, but it's definitely a lot long. Now there are places where it's like 40 days or like a set amount of time where there's like literally no sunlight at all whatsoever.
Wow.
You don't see the sun for however long that is. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth and say it because I don't know for sure. But
Depends on where
it depends on where you're at. But I was in Palmer, which is 45 minutes outside of Anchorage. So we got a little bit more light, but we still needed a lot of happy lights.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now you just have like sun 24/7.
Yeah. Well, the summers though, let me tell you this, there's no dark. You could be out there at 1 or 2 in the morning, heckin' butt crack of dawn, and it's just bright outside. You're like, let's go fishing. What?
That's gotta be rough.
You have to have blackout curtains, everything.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. You're just out there and it's just bright. You don't get dark.
So it's like very much like,
Yeah.
all light or all dark.
That's rough.
Yeah. But the biggest one is we don't just travel on snow machines or dog sleds, and we don't just live in igloos.
It's like we don't ride horses here. Everybody doesn't ride a
No,
horse.
Not everybody has a 10-gallon hat.
No, but we did get one when we moved here.
A horse or a hat?
Hat. And cowboy boots. I did get those.
You gotta
But I had those in
everybody's gotta
Alaska
have a
though,
pair of boots, so
I mean, just don't get caught being chased by a moose in cowboy boots on ice.
they just don't move as well.
No, there's no traction. I saw my life flash before my eyes waiting
Why
in
did
high
the-
school.
Why did the moose chase you?
Because we lived, it was on this road called Birch Cove. And it was over by like Kinnick, which is like, it's an area. Okay. And it was all dirt road. And Alaska, it's frozen. It's cold. It's icy. Sometimes you get like, freezing rain. And so like the dirt roads will get frozen. And my parents had this massive spotlight that they would use on the front porch to like shine down the roads and in the woods as we walk to the bus stop, because the property was like really big. So we had to walk out along the road to the very end of the property where it was like a fork road. And then the bus would come like straight ahead and come and get us. And I was like a freshman in high school. And I had my fancy new little cowboy boots. So I was like, ooh, Alaska, I need cowboy boots. I don't know why. Anyway. And my parents didn't see the moose when they sent us out with their big old spotlight. And so they're like, you're good, go. And so we went out there, and they still have it out there just kind of watching. And I hear something in the woods because all of it's like the trees and stuff are frozen. So you hear every like twig snap. And I heard it, and my brother's in his tennis shoes. My other brother was like homesick or something. And I see this moose like slowly pick up speed as it's like meandering its way towards us. And we just book it. And I'm like trying to run. And it's like, in those cartoons where they're just like slipping everywhere. And so I finally like jumped into like the brush where I was like running on like plants and grass and everything. And then ran into the property. But I was like stuck on that frozen like dirt road. It felt like forever. I was like, it's going to get me. This is how I'm going to go. I'm never going to get married or have kids. I'm just going to get trampled by a moose in my fancy little cowboy boots. And that's it. And my brother was already on the porch laughing. My dad's like, hey, you made it. Gee, thanks. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome.
Yeah.
It's a different way of life.
It's very different. It's very different. But yeah.
So Christmas is white.
Christmas is white, although you get a lot of brown snow at that point because people have like driven through it and it's like dirt. So it's like not completely a white Christmas, but still pretty, depending where you're at.
And now you're Christmas in Midland, Texas.
Now it's just straight brown. This is brown and windy.
It's okay. Though, have you been across the street at the Merry Lights?
No, I have not. But I want to take the kids.
So they're actually really nice. So they did this, a couple years ago they started doing this? And it's actually like really nice.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
My kids are going to
Really
lose
neat.
it.
Yeah.
And then they keep it like a week into January too. So
Well, that's good to know.
because we did a wedding earlier in January this year.
Oh.
And they still had them up. So we were at the Bush Center and we're like, hey, let's do some bride and groom photos right outside.
Yeah, there you go.
And so we just did them with the lights.
That's so
That's
awesome.
cool.
I love that.
So, okay, so Christmas time in Midland, Texas. I swear we'll get to your business in a second.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm not worried about it. I'm just hanging out.
What Christmas traditions do you do?
One thing my husband and I started when we first got married is when we wrap each other's presents, we sit back to back, we wrap them. I don't know why we started doing that.
That's
we
fun.
had a tiny little apartment in Alaska in our little bitty tree. And so we were like, hey, this sounds like a fun idea. You know, we also didn't have a table or anywhere else to wrap. And again, we had like this really small, like cute, it was cute, 2-bedroom apartment up in Alaska in Palmer. So you're like, oh, let's do this. You know, we had this big, like just floor area right next to the tree. And so we just sat back to back and we just mess with each other, like steal each other's scissors and tape and oh, what's this? You know,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
That's
so
fun.
now we do that every year, but we also do, you know, the kids' presents too. So we just don't put them under the tree until Christmas Eve because toddlers.
Yeah.
But that's something that we have done without fail every year. And then Christmas morning when we open presents, we have to play the what is it by Nat King Cole? Oh, it's what my dad would play it every morning. We could not open presents until he started playing the song. It was like, you know, chestnuts roasting on
Oh,
the
that
fire,
one.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
that one. I can't remember what it was called, but that's like an OG Christmas
I'm gonna-
tradition.
I'm
So
gonna
you're
find
like, you know, this is the all okay. All right, everybody's here. We'll
Yep.
play the song now.
Gotta
everybody
have
come-
coffee.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's
coffee.
just called the Christmas song.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we enjoy it and we turn on our little fireplace in our house. It's coffee. It's turn on that song and then we open presents.
I like that.
So,
That's such a sweet tradition.
yeah. Now that we
Sweet.
have kids, we get to, you know, get more creative. I think next year when they're old enough, I'm gonna just completely cover their doors in wrapping paper. I saw my friend do that. I was like, I'm absolutely doing that when they're old enough. And then they have to like bust through the wrapping paper to get out Christmas morning. It just sounds like a fun idea. It's like, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh.
Like little fun, little like child friendly Christmas pranks.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the route we're going to go. And then,
You know, do you do Elf on the Shelf yet?
no,
Are you going to?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought about doing like the, you know, baby in a manger version. I like that. Like that
It just
seems
gets too,
more our,
Like
Have you seen Snoop on the Stoop?
it just
Or Martha on the mantle?
it just gets too hard to like remember
To
every
get
morning. And
creative.
you're like, oh shoot, did you move the elf? It's
yeah.
like,
And then you like the kids aren't allowed to touch it apparently until like the last
Yeah.
day. Well, then it goes past Christmas. No.
No. Ours
December
goes back.
26th, everything. I'm ready. I'm taking stuff down. And my husband's like, what are you doing? It's the 26th. I'm like, I'm taking everything down. Christmas is over.
No, our elf goes back to Santa on the 24th to go help Santa deliver presents.
There you go. See, I like that.
our elf was late this year too.
Yeah, our
'cause,
elf is-
You know, we just forgot.
He got stuck in traffic.
Well, and we now have a 13-year-old, so and he
Oh.
knows. And so now he's like, "Hey, can I start?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh,
buddy."
A little help.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I don't know for sure if we're gonna do that. I want to start doing gingerbread houses every year. It's been
We bought one the
Do you
other
do
night.
like
We need to.
specific Christmas photos every year?
I mean, we do photos in the summer and we use them for Christmas cards. We do matching family Christmas jammies though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year. I think the first year, my husband and I got these absolutely amazingly awful reindeer onesies. You pull up the hood and it's got
Oh,
the
I've seen
antlers
those.
that just stick up and then it
got
just
the
jingles.
flap in the back.
Yep, it's got the flap in the back. We still have them. I tried
I love that.
finding a little version for my son because when his first Christmas, he was like a month old. There are not ones
Month-olds.
for month-olds. No, I couldn't find any his size. So that year it was kind of like, I didn't really do matching jammies. I was also like 1 month postpartum and like trying to survive the newborn bubble and
Yeah.
postpartum. But you know, the next year we full sent it and we got matching jammies. We got matching jammies again this year. So I got like little Christmas lights all over. Yeah.
Love that.
That for sure is not going anywhere. I don't care how old the kids are. I'm stuffing them in some really ugly matching Christmas jammies. We're taking photos by the tree
Yes.
until
Yes.
they're 18 and they move out.
Yes. Yeah, I make the kids dress in the same outfits, the same pajamas, and
I love it.
we
So-
do night before Christmas books.
I do a photo with my kid. I started this. And we do that photo every year.
Oh my gosh! I wish
Jeff,
I thought
you have to
of
read
that.
you have to read the shirt though.
What does the shirt say? What does it say?
I'm gonna give it to
Oh,
you. Can take it.
okay.
That's fine.
It's
See, it is a Christmas movie. I'm not going to put it out there.
I have.
Do you not recognize that?
I think I do.
Have you seen Die Hard?
Die Hard is totally a Christmas movie.
Yes.
So we wear those shirts every year.
I love that. I honestly just thought that was like a protective dad shirt thing.
No, it's from Die
That's
Hard.
part of the movie.
It took me a second to register because my dad was like that. He would, any boyfriends I brought over, he would pull out his pew pew and go, listen, you hurt her, your name's going on this bullet.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah. My dad was one of those. I love him for it though.
No, so we started doing that, and then now when we had Eleanor,
I love it.
Eleanor joins in, so I
Just
have to,
every year now.
I have to like make sure we have
Yes.
fitting shirts.
That's amazing. I like that you have the year on
Yeah.
each one too. It's like perfect. You're like growing into it.
We'll do it until they just get tired of it and go, I don't want to do it again. This is
Just keep doing it. Even if they're tired of it, just keep doing it. Tradition.
Yeah.
That's what traditions are for.
Right.
That's what I used to put Die Hard on while I was decorating the tree. And everybody's like, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. I'm like, yes, it is.
I love that.
I know most
so
people are like, I
much.
put on the Elf or I put on the Christmas Story. And I'm like, no, Die Hard.
We blast Christmas music. Our neighbors hate us on
love
October
Christmas
31st.
He
So-
starts playing it way early November.
My husband played Christmas music in July.
Yeah.
Like, sir.
Does he have a Christmas playlist?
He does.
Yeah, he does. I do too.
He is all Christmas man. I love that about him. He's just full send Christmas. Like, awesome. This is great. This will work.
Yeah. I just wish it would. I wish it would like. I mean, like next week it's supposed to be in the 70s, and it's like a week before Christmas.
Ew.
No, right?
Yeah, ew.
It's
But it's like freezing this week. What the heck?
I don't know, but I just wish there would be more snow during this time and much colder. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
I'd like a
wearing
little bit of
shorts.
Christmas snow, you know?
A dusting at least.
A dusting, just
No,
That was Salt Bay,
I just
but-
want the whole like
the full send, snow
Yeah.
everywhere.
snow everywhere.
Oh, Texas wouldn't be able to handle that.
Well, I mean,
Every
were
5 years,
you-
it seems like.
You were here.
Everyone's
for
going to buy all the bread and the milk.
Were you here for Snowmageddon?
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah, we definitely can't handle that.
No, Texas
broke
can't even
her- she
I
handle
broke
her
my
wrist.
wrist.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like nasty broke.
That's
Yeah.
awful. Holy cow. Yeah, we
tell 'em.
handled it just fine because it was, we're from Alaska, but earthquakes, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Earthquakes.
Yeah. The one in 2019 up in Alaska when the president declared national
yeah.
Oh,
state
y'all had like
we
real.
were in the
earthquakes.
middle of it. It was like a 7.3 or 0.4.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
have. I wouldn't say they're earthquakes.
No.
More like just
A little
mini
jolt.
quakes.
Yeah.
Mini quakes. Ooh.
Yeah. Just
Oh, it knocked my plant over.
yeah. My kids did not like it though. The one that happened this summer, it was just like a yank. And they were
Yeah,
like,
so
ah.
this is 20 Snowmageddon when Steph broke her wrist.
Yeah. Hey, babe, before I take you to
Ow.
the hospital, let me take a
Let me
picture
take
of
a
your wrist.
Yeah, she
That's
like
our
tracks.
dynamic as a couple.
That tracks.
she like sent me a pic. I'm like, yeah, that's broken. Like,
Yeah.
should go to the hospital.
Yeah. No. It's very interesting when like the significant others get injured. I don't know. It's never like, it's different when it's your kid. It's full panic. When it's like the
Well,
significant
so-
other, it's like a mix of panic and like, what the heck are you doing?
So he was, how old was Taylor at the time? He was,
He was.
that was 4
He
years
had
ago.
to be like
so
8 or 9.
He was 8 or 9, and he calls me. I'm at work, and he calls me freaking out. Like, I'm like, what's going on? And he's just like, can't get it out. Like, just what happened? Like, he's just so like, oh my god. I'm like, what's going on? And then he tells me, I'm like, all right, I'll be home. And I tell my boss, like, hey, I got to go home. I think my wife broke her wrist.
Ouch.
Yeah,
That sounds
so-
painful.
Yeah, it was awful.
So she was holding Abigail
Yeah.
and slipped in the back porch. Yeah. So every year now, like I stock up on rock salt, and then if I look at the weather,
you
and I'm
go.
like, oh, it's gonna freeze, just throw it
Just
all over.
send it pregame.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he always like checks. It's funny now because he's like overprotective now because he's like, there's a possibility of salt. Let me go salt the driveway before you walk out
Yeah.
there. He's
I
very
love it.
protective, and I love that.
That same incident, like I slipped too and landed straight on my back.
Ow.
But yeah, it was.
No.
I had it on video somewhere.
Just
Okay.
talking.
So Isabelle, Griesmer
Griesmer.
got it this time.
Beautiful.
So Digital Bliss Marketing Solutions, right here,
Mm-hmm.
right here.
My goofy little mug.
By the way, thanks for the mug.
Of course.
It's a big mug.
It's beefy.
So tell me about this. Not the mug. Just tell me about the
your
business.
business.
Business. Well, as I mentioned before, I started the business when I was like 4 months postpartum with my daughter, my second child. I had, a whole feral baby toddler running around. That's like the perfect time to start a business, by the way. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Just buy a standing desk. I can't tell you.
Mom boss.
Yeah. Oh, I tried. Man, I was a mess though. But we did it. It was an interesting start. I went like really, really, really low on my pricing because I was like, I'm competitive.
Yeah.
Very competitive.
Photographers don't know. They don't know about that.
No, not at all. I mean,
Photographers don't do that.
So I built a website, started the business. I did the whole name trade thing, and I went as like a sole proprietor because I talked to this business consultant here in Midland. I was like, what do I do? I'm starting a business. I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, okay. And he just gave me this list. So I did the list. I was like, all right, cool. I got my tax lady. I got Debbie. Okay. We love Debbie. She was like, wait to do an LLC until you get like this amount in retainers and, just kind of getting everything set up. Had the logo. I had some lady on Fiverr do it. She did great. I love it. Although, like the colors, they were very feminine. The design was very feminine because I don't know. That's just what we went with. Yeah. It was very feminine. I was like, oh my gosh. But we worked with it. I did a lot of free audits and consultations because I was like, I want to provide value and like show people I know what I'm talking about because I've been doing it like longer than when I started. I think now I've been doing it for 7 years, like total in digital marketing.
Digital marketing, okay.
Yeah, digital marketing. My business is over a year old now. Digital Bliss Marketing Solutions, LLC. That's a mouthful. I wish I knew about that when I made the name, but it's okay. Anyway, so started it, did a ton of free audits and did the whole trial by fire as like a business owner and everything. And it was originally meant to be just like a consultancy, not like done for you. Cause I was like, I'm a 1-woman show. I can't sit here and run like 10 companies, social media, SEO and build websites. And like, I didn't want to overwhelm myself. Cause I also had like kids. I had kids. I had a lot of imposter syndrome. Like I told my husband before I signed anything, are you gonna be mad if I fail? Like we were literally sitting on my bed and I was like, are you gonna like hate me?
He's like, yes.
If I say, yeah, he literally did. He goes, I will absolutely hate you. Go sign your papers.
Yeah.
Don't be dumb. I'm like, okay.
See, but that's the voice of confidence. Like
it really was. That's what I needed. And he's like, I'm gonna give you challenges. Like you need to do X, Y, and Z in the next 6 months. And if you don't hit that, I'm shutting her down. Like, oh, okay. So sorry, I didn't mean to sniff in the mic. So sorry. Anyway, I'm nervous. I could talk about Christmas. I can't talk about my own business. Anyway, so I had a lot of no's. A lot of people told me no.
Yeah.
It was just fine because they also couldn't, like I was going for businesses that weren't taking their own business seriously enough to invest into their own digital marketing. That was the biggest issue I ran into. Oh, that's too much. But they're like, I could do 150 a month. Like for all of this? No.
Yeah.
That's not happening. So that was like my biggest issue when I first started. But eventually I started to find like, the right clientele. I started to have a little more self-respect and like raise up my pricing. Because again, my pricing kind of told people there's not a whole lot of value here. That's why it's so cheap. I was like, oh, okay. So I changed that because I had experience. I just didn't have like the business portfolio and that's what I was trying to build. And then for a while I kind of like avoided it. And I was going live on TikTok for like 2 hours a day, every single day, teaching TikTok SEO because that's its own search engine and digital marketing and doing all that. And I did that for like 6 or 7 months while I was developing a course because I was like, well, my business isn't working. I'll develop a course that I can sell to businesses and they just pay it once and they have full access and they can just do it themselves. And then they have constant access to this course. I was like, we'll do that. And it'll be like residual income and I can still just be a consultant. But I was so terrified of my own business and like terrified of like completely falling flat on my face that it took me like 6 months to finish the course, which was absolutely ridiculous. But I was like, I'm so scared to do this. What if people buy it and they're like, I hate it. Give me my money back. Yeah. Anyway, so I was like defaulting to TikTok and everything, which was going great because everyone wanted to learn how to do digital marketing. Everyone wanted to learn how to do like SEO. So for 2 hours every day, I was like telling them what to do, teaching them all the updates, keyword strategies and hashtags and keyword placement and editing and how TikTok's like a whole AI machine. And it's like, and then eventually I I met someone through TikTok, so it was a good thing, who was like, hey, you're being a dingleberry. You need to stop. Like, get back in your business. Here's what you need to do. Like, he just came in and just started yelling at me, but like in the best way possible. And the worst part is a lot of it was what my husband was already telling me.
You're like, oh, okay.
So
That
I was
gives you
like,
some credibility, I guess.
Hey, so
Yeah.
like, turns out you were right. He's like, why didn't you listen when I told you?
That sounds familiar.
No, I'm not trying to start nothing. So that's when I started to reach out to businesses and be like, hey, listen, here's what I see that you've got going on. Let me give you a free audit. Let me sit down and tell you, like, kind of doing that again, but with a bit more confidence and like more of an idea. It's like what I can provide in terms of value. So it just kind of went from there. And now it's like a combination of consulting, but also done for you. Because I realize a lot of businesses don't have that foundation for their marketing. They're just kind of throwing wet noodles at a wall and going, okay, which one's going to stick?
So when you say they don't have the foundation, like what foundation do they need? Like the content?
All of the pillars of, so digital marketing it's not just social media. It's not just having a website. It's not just sending out emails, email marketing chain. There are all kinds of facets of digital marketing that you want to make sure that you have. One, your website. And it can't just be a pretty website. It has to be optimized for SEO or local SEO,
Let me stop you really quick. SEO.
Search engine optimization.
There we go.
Someone types in photographer near me, are you going to show up in the search results? If someone types in plumber near me, are you going to show up? If someone types in courses for
Digital marketing,
are you going to show up? And keep in mind, I think it's over 76% of searches, like people don't go past the first page on search engine results page or the SERP. So I feel like SEO is the foundation of your full digital marketing presence. So having a keyword strategy, understanding what are people typing in when they search for what you provide, how are they typing it in? Don't just get technical. Like you have to get in their brain and go, what are they actually typing in to find out how to find me, basically. So when you have your keyword strategy, that needs to go into your website, into your copywriting, your metadata, which is like the back end. It's what shows up on search engines, your title tag, that's like that main title, your meta description, that's the little descriptor that pops up under. Those need to be keyword rich. Like don't just let your website or search engines automate one because it's going to be trashed, really. Just my opinion, having an H1 header on every page with a focus keyword, not 10 H1s. A lot of people do that. And there's like a ton of H1 headers. You need one because you're going to like totally distract search engines from like the actual hierarchy of your page and what it's about. So it's not just having the design of your website, but like the functionality of it. Is it healthy? Is it submitted to Google? Is your sitemap XML submitted? That's how they know to index you and actually bring you up in search results. There's a lot of things that go into that. So your website, your SEO, your local SEO, do you have a Google business profile set up?
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, oh, it's just there. Are you posting on it once a week? Are you adding photos? Are you getting reviews on it? Do you have a keyword rich descriptor that is cohesive with what you have on your website? Do you have your services? Do you have your menu if you're a restaurant? Are you answering the FAQs? Are you responding to reviews? Like making sure that is solid too.
Yeah.
Like optimize, basically search engines or really any platform wants to know you're offering value because they can see that. Are you answering people's questions? Are you offering value? That is when they're going to bring you up because it benefits the search engines as well. And social media has become a search engine. TikTok, people go there to search for products, services, entertainment, education. People go there looking for realtors. There's so many realtors who are absolutely blowing up. I mean, I've seen some that have like millions of followers, but they only work in one location. People are going there looking for things. Social media is a search engine, so you have to make sure it's consistent across the board. So it's not just, I have Instagram and Facebook and a website. Like, do you have a conversion funnel on your website? Are you telling people above the fold, like when they first go on the website, what to do? What's that call to action?
Yeah.
Call, fill out a form. Who are you? That all has to be very clear. I mean, I could talk about it for hours. There's just a lot that goes into it. So the foundation, your website, your SEO, including your keyword strategy, your social media platforms, and those have to be cohesive with the rest of your marketing. It has to be consistent across the board from keywords to location tags if you're a local business, imagery. Like the images, that has to be the same because that's going to help with your brand recognition and consistency, and that's going to help build trust. So those are the kind of foundations that I work with a lot of my businesses on. I actually call it like the foundational setup. I don't have like a fancy name for it. That's just what I've called it. Like this is what you need first in order to understand how to market. Not only that, you need to know who you're talking to. Who are you marketing to? As a digital marketing specialist, my first mistake was I work with everyone. No, don't do that. If you're a photographer, you have specific niches you work with. There's people who only do weddings. I have a photographer in Colorado who specializes in, he does photography and videography, absolutely brilliant. But he does events, commercial, real estate, portraits. Like those are, that's his moneymaker right there. Incredible at what he does. But he does extra side stuff, but his pillars are what he makes very clear. And so that was my goal when I started working from him, is going, who are you talking to? You need to know who you're talking to, how to talk to them, and then how to position yourself as the professional to those people. It's problem solution, and your marketing needs to relay that. How are you the solution to their problem, regardless? So now I work with primarily service-based and hospitality. So and the creatives, but that's considered service-based because they're offering a creative service regardless of what it is. Instead of going, I do e-commerce, I do online stores, I do YouTube SEO, I've narrowed it down, because if you're targeting all of these different companies, it's going to tell them you're not like really honing in on what you do. So you're just all over the place.
How did you find out what your, little niche is in this?
I followed through with my mistake and started working with all these different businesses and realized what I don't like working with, or what I just don't, I don't know. I enjoy.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You got to find what you enjoy, because if you work with all these people that you don't actually enjoy, like the fields, right? Like if you don't like e-commerce, don't work with e-commerce. If you're a photographer and there's certain projects you're like, I can't stand this, don't do it.
So would you say it's at first okay to kind of test the waters and then
absolutely.
Down?
That's how you know what you like doing. Now, if you go into it and you're like, I already know, don't keep testing the waters. You already know, then just go that direction. So
how did you get into like the content side of it? Is that just like a service that you provided? It's like, I could fill this void here.
So I actually started because I had the owner of one of the local Chick-fil-A's come to me. They're like, hey, I saw your marketing. I saw that, you do social media. And I was like, yeah. She goes, can you do my social media? I was like, yeah, it's Chick-fil-A, yes. So we started all of that. And so what I like to do is I'm very research heavy. I like to see what's doing really well, what's not, especially when it comes to social media, regardless of like what company you're marketing for. And so I started doing like heavy research on like food-based or like food and service-based businesses, what they're doing for their content, for their reels, while also maintaining the voice of Chick-fil-A, because they have very like strict brand guardrails is what they call it. And so you have to be able to make sure that their marketing is within those guardrails. So how to maintain their voice while also, and this is with any client, while also putting out good content. So that's kind of where I started there, because I was trying to do content creation for myself. But again, like there's that imposter syndrome. You can do it for other people all day long. You go to do it for yourself. You're like, what's this? How do I do this? Yeah. So that was kind of the problem. So that's what really got me into like more content creation, because before it was just like blogs or dynamic content. It's not just Dear Diary blog, but like, dynamic content, and emails and things like that. But then I started getting into like the social media social media content with Chick-fil-A, because you have to get really creative. You can't just fall under all trending content. Those help with like momentum and reach if you use the right keywords and audio and hashtags, by the way. Those all go hand in hand. But being able to like portray Chick-fil-A to where it's like, it's fun. It's Chick-fil-A. Understanding their voice and tone and their visuality. So that's kind of where that started. They were actually the first official social media client I picked up under Digital Bliss. So that was really wild. That was cool. And now I'm doing social media for other clients in Arizona, another one in Alaska Air Taxi. I do their full social media. So that one's a really fun one, because he's a pilot. So he sends me all like his videos, and so I get to play around with those, and it's really fun. I love it. And like his tone is great. like for his captions. He's a pilot, so he's got like educational humor, and so I get to portray that into his content. Like all the voices of all these clients are so different, and you get to have so much fun with it, you know?
So what are you using? Are you using cell phone, using cameras? What do you?
So it really just depends on what I'm doing. So for Chick-fil-A, I do media days with them once a month where I go and I collect all the content for the next month. So I'll flip-flop between my phone. I actually learned that you can get really, really good quality content on your phone if you have the right settings. So I'll do some on my phone. I do have a relatively decent camera that I got that I'll use if I'm trying to do like image shots of food, because that one is kind of finicky. If you don't have very good quality on your phone camera and you take photos of food, it can look
Not right.
gross.
And the lighting too.
And the lighting. So I have a few different tools that I bring with me. I have a gimbal, you know, like the little stabilizer, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Although mine fights me sometimes. It's fine though. It's a love-hate. I have a tripod. I have a little ring light that I used to use when I was going live on TikTok. It works really well. Bought it on the TikTok shop, but I can clip it onto my phone and it'll kind of bring that extra lighting in. They also have a ton of windows in there, so that works in my favor. So I like to use a lot of the natural light. Now if I'm in the kitchen, I'm going to use more of like the ring light action. It's actually like just a light that clips to the top and just hangs. So it's not even a ring light. But it's great. And you can change the different color modes, you know, warm, bright, cool, all of that. So that's very helpful with the food. I also have this thing that goes around my neck. If I'm doing more POV or I like want close up, but it's also stabilized, you like stick it around your neck and it's like moldable.
It's
you
like a
clip
GoPro.
it. No.
The
I
chest
wish,
rig for a
because I look
GoPro.
really goofy. It's like a weird necklace. You just put it on, you clip it, and you magnet, because it's got a magnet. You put your phone on it, and you can change like either direction. And so I'll put that on there, and I'll do whatever. So if I have like a plate of food on the table, and I want to do like a slide in action, but sometimes you can't get a good angle with a tripod or even a gimbal because you want it like right over as if someone was holding their phone. But I can't, you know, if I do all that, it's not going to be stable. It's going to be shaky. It's going to be a mess. So that's when I'll grab this guy out and I'm like standing in the middle of Chick-fil-A, you know, with this weird thing in a camera. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to slide the tray, slide the food, open the food, bring the drink, you know. And I did a shot once for Chick-fil-A because they wanted to promote the breakfast burrito because not a whole lot of people were buying it. Or not as much as they wanted. And so I had a shot where we're bringing in the food and then a hand came in and grabbed the burrito and then set it back down. It was like half bit. And I think they put like salsa on it or something like that too. So it's really simple, honestly. You don't have to have anything super crazy, especially if you're just content creation, like social media. Obviously, it's different with like photography and videography. But as a content creator, you're going to have a lot of people shove a lot of tools in your face and say, you need this, you need that, you need all of this content creation, especially on TikTok. It's really bad. There's a lot of over-consumerism with tools when it comes to content marketing. But really just a good tripod, maybe a gimbal, depending on what you're doing. If you have a microphone, I do have one of those with the little poof ball.
Here's your burrito video.
Is what?
I said, here's your burrito video.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I eventually do want to get like a better camera for those, but, you know, good cameras are not cheap. And if I'm going to do it, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the other thing, too, is like... I think a lot of us forget to kind of do content. It's like we'll do the photos we're here, and it's like, well, how do we market ourselves in the action? So it's like that's like, oh, we got to do some content.
That's my biggest struggle.
But it's it's the same thing in this field or this profession, I guess, whatever you want to call it, where you buy a bunch of stuff and then you have a whole like shed full of stuff that you like didn't even need.
Oh, I absolutely
never
do
used
that.
or used once.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a universal struggle. I can tell you that right now because I've got like 2 little fabric bins in my desk area just full of stuff that everyone's like, you need this for good content. No. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. If you start doing the content, you realize this would be really helpful. Okay. Then do that. But ultimately like a good tripod, something to keep it stable and not shaky.
Yeah.
A decent microphone if you're doing a lot of like audio. Like I'll do little questions with the Chick-fil-A employees, like, you know, what's your favorite thing about Chick-fil-A? And I'll shove my little mini mic in their face. Those are great. It helps with the quality of the video content that you're doing, but you don't need anything expensive or fancy for that aspect of it, at least.
Yeah. What are you using to edit these? Are you using programs? What kind of programs are you using?
So for these, I go between CapCut and then I think it's Lightroom.
Okay.
There's a video version of it. It's an Adobe tool.
Premiere?
Adobe Premiere, thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
Adobe Premiere and then CapCut. Again, it depends on what it is that I'm doing. If it's very food focused, I want it to be higher quality. If it's trending content, it's just going to be in CapCut.
Yeah.
There's a time and place for everything.
Do you do the mobile version, the desktop version?
Mobile.
Really?
I hate the desktop version.
Why?
Oh, I don't like editing those kinds of videos on desktop. Drives me nuts.
And you probably can do this. I'm not that great on CapCut, but I found that on my desktop version, it's really easy to cut like the audio out. So like if you've got like a template of a song that you want to use, but you can't find the song, just like extract the extract the
You can do
audio.
that on the mobile too. I do that all the time.
I don't know how to do that.
There's I can show you. There's a button. It says extract
There's a
audio.
button for
I
that.
just like the bigger screen. It just helps
Yeah.
me.
And everyone has a preference. There's no one way that's like the best. I prefer mobile, but I'm also like chasing toddlers. I tell people I'm, building a business in between diaper changes. So if I can edit a video in between building magnet tiles with my son, then I'm going to do that, because if I have a laptop out, my daughter likes to bite my screen or like the corner of it. And then my son will tippy tap on the keyboard. So, desktop's not always an option for me.
My daughter always closes mine. Every time I'm trying to work, she's trying to close it.
Yep. My daughter, she's got to have her face on the screen, and it doesn't help that it's touch screen.
All right, we're gonna watch a video really quick.
Oh boy.
We're gonna do this is
the one you're proud of, right?
Where's your peppermint shake one?
It's at the very top. This is one of the more recent reels that I did. And this was a trending one that I redid for Chick-fil-A.
Turn the music again in case we get strict.
Yeah.
YouTube kicks us off.
Right.
Okay.
Just very simple.
Okay, here's the really important question though.
Hit me.
What happens to that shake?
Oh, I drank it.
Good.
I took it home. I drank it.
I was gonna say that's like the best part of working with food.
Can't waste. Oh my gosh. I
waste
come
it.
home with so much Chick-fil-A at the end. Like, all right.
I
That's
love the
great.
peppermint. I love peppermint.
Oh, it's so good. I did extra cardio, so it was fine. You know
It's
what?
totally fine.
Full send. I drank the whole thing.
Here's your burrito video.
That looks like somebody else's hand. That doesn't look
It's
like
not my hand. I had an employee do it because I was having to like mess with the buttons on the camera, basically.
Yeah.
There's no other technical way of putting it. So I was like, hey, I need you to take this burrito. And I was like instructing. I was like, you're going to take a bite after you like pour the sauce, make it pretty. Take a bite, stick it back down. We did that a few times. I hope she was hungry.
Did you have to get like another burrito? It's like, oh no, I need a full burrito. So we have to.
I think we went through 2 burritos actually, but I had her practice a couple times because I had to make sure the timing was right and that the angle was right, and then the lighting. Because I want the food to look pretty. I want it to look good. I don't want little grease spots on there or anywhere or anything like that. So played around with it a little bit, and then like the first one, what happened was she took a bite. And all the food fell out as she was setting it down. I was like, oh, mercy. Okay, we need another burrito, y'all. So we got another one. Then the second one, it was good. Yeah. But my camera didn't record a certain part that was like essential to the video. It's like, hold on, bring it all back. We got to get this, But fortunately, it was a part after the bite. So I was like, all right, we could roll with this. So we were able to patch it in and edit. I love post. It's very helpful. You just go in and fix everything up.
So when you're doing this content, is there something in mind already, or is it just like what's the flavor of the week?
I have a media list.
Do you really? Okay.
Yep. So I go and plan their whole content calendar, their captions, what kind of content am I covering. I have content pillars. Like I said, research heavy, hashtags, what's trending content, especially with the holidays and everything. What are other Chick-fil-A's doing that's doing really, really well? When
you say you pregame, how are you pregaming? Are you like storyboarding it? Are you like...
Kind of. So I use a back-end system called ClickUp, and that's also my CRM.
It's ClickUp?
ClickUp.
Like,
So
click
you can
up?
use that as click up. So you can use that as a client relations management system,
Okay.
which I also use that for. So I'll give my client access to like their content calendar, and it's like board view. So they can see the image, they click on it and it opens up and it shows them their caption, their hashtags. They can make notes or revision notes and things like that. So what I'll do is I'll outline all the content for the month. I'll have food content, trending content. I'll have like promotional content because I do the monthly marketing meetings at Chick-fil-A or with Chick-fil-A. They have a call every month where they go over, here's some stuff we have coming up, specials, new menu items, or like limited time availability items, like their pretzel bun. I saw that.
So good.
Oh, it's delicious. I was in the meeting for that. I was like, oh, no way. So I got to like prep for the marketing for that. So I did a video on it and it turned out really, really well. I got to use my Google Play audio on it too. It was really fun. I didn't have the gimbal for that, so it was a little shakier. So I might redo that one with a gimbal, but with like the classic or original chicken. But I was able to kind of find out, okay, what's coming up. So I'll outline like the topics that I want to cover in their content. And this is something I recommend for everyone. If you're planning your social media, know what you're going to do, know what's going to do really well, and like kind of figure out what other people are doing, do your research. All right. And then once I have like the captions and the hashtags, then I'll go, okay, what kind of like visual content is going to work really well for this? So for Chick-fil-A, every week I have a carousel, a static, which is just like a still photo. Carousel is like the multi-photo. And then I'll have 2 reels because I noticed for Chick-fil-A, their reels do really, really well, and it brings them the most reach. It brings them the most engagement, and it's brought them the most follower base. So we're going to ride that lightning. I'm going to keep producing more reels because if carousels aren't doing much for them or statics aren't doing much, I'm not going to keep producing more of those when I know reels are doing better. So, excuse me. So I also look at like, what are their analytics saying about their content? What content is functioning well, and I'll make sure, again, ride the lightning, find what's doing really good for my client, and we're going to produce more of that. And you can repurpose content too. So if I'm like, this one did really good a few months back, we're going to kind of refresh it and we're going to use it again, but obviously like change it up. Don't just copy paste. So I'll plan out their calendar and then I'll make a list, like what kind of photos do I need? Food photos, employee photos, back of house photos, restaurant photos, patron photos, I'll have all of that listed out. It's like a checklist. And then for the videos, I'll already have what videos I want to do and what shots I need for those videos already listed out. My photographer friend, John Zamora, the one in Colorado, he called it the pre-production list.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that makes sense.
He gave me like the full rundown. Here's what you need to do. Cause I was like, hey John, I got Chick-fil-A. Like, they hired me to do their social media and I'm going to do videos. Help, because it's Chick-fil-A. So it's like, it needs to be really good, So I make a list. It's a very detailed list. And then when I go there, I just go down the list, and it's helped a lot because then I'm not there for 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, it's always good to have kind of like that pregame, even in photos, right? And just even doing a session, like just
Absolutely.
kind of like,
This is my
almost
game
like,
plan.
yeah,
This
almost
is what-
storyboard it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It always helps. So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot to do
Mm-hmm.
as a business owner, managing your social media. So it's like maybe you can hire somebody to do that for you. So let me ask you this though. So we're December, end of the year, and I'm sure if you're, every business owner is kind of reevaluating how the year went and setting their goals for 2026. So you're going to start your business, or 2026 is going to be your year, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be your year.
Yep.
What would your advice be to, small business owners like us photographers? What would be like the first thing you need to look at and attack in 2026?
I can't tell you how much I love this question because this is what I specialize in. I actually just had this conversation with a new business who's in the oil company getting ready to start up. I was talking to them on the way here, and they originally called me for a website. My biggest recommendation is start with that foundation. First of all, who are you marketing to? What are you doing? Like, narrow that down. Once you know what that is, do keyword research. Like, get that SEO foundation before you do anything else. Don't get excited and start trying to build a website, trying to make social media. Like, obviously, you need your logo, you need your brand kit, your colors, all of that. That's very important, right? Brand guideline. But you want to have that keyword strategy, understanding the different search intents. So informational, navigational, commercial. Like, why are they typing this in? Are they trying to get information, or are they ready to go? They're ready to hit send or buy or book. So understand the keyword phrasing that needs to be across all of your marketing, whether it's your website, Google Business Profile, or social media. Once you have that, get that website up. You need a website. You need a website. You need a website.
You mean you can't just do it off Facebook?
No, please, no. Have a website, because if you want to get anywhere and you want people to know you are there, you need a stronger online presence, an organic presence, and you are extremely limited on Facebook. Facebook's not meant for that. So having a Facebook page, yeah, it like helps because it puts you on social media, but you need to have a website, because that's going to be the billboard of your business that gives people and search engines the who, what, when, where, why of your business. Not only that, but again, if you're a coffee shop and you only have a Facebook page, or you're a restaurant, oh my gosh, I see this in so many restaurants. In Midland alone, they don't have a website. They just have a Facebook page. Nail salons, they don't have a website. They just have a Facebook page. For goodness sake, get a website. People want to know your pricing. They want to know how to book. Is it just walk in? Can I call? They want to know what's on like your service menu. They want to know what's on your restaurant menu. And if they have to go to Facebook, first of all, that kills your credibility. Like, it makes you a lot less trustworthy. Having a website shows trust. Have that website, answer people's questions. What are you doing? How much does it cost? If it's like a service or if it's a restaurant, what can they expect when they work with you or when they come to your mom and pop shop? If you want to be a local favorite, you have to look like a local favorite. So have that website, have that billboard, make sure it's cohesive, fast, don't overthink it. But also make sure you have enough like words on there to give users and search engines context is what you're doing. Once you have the website, you have the foundation. If you're a local business, set up a Google Business Profile. Google's going to try to throw hands with you on the verification, depending on if you're just service-based or if you're an actual brick and mortar. I will warn you. So like, have a lot of patience during that process.
Yeah.
But once you get that part done, then you have your local SEO, make sure everything is linked. Then you start your social media, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you can go, do it. But also be cognizant of the fact that not every platform is meant for every business or service. So Instagram is always a really good place to start. A lot of people start with Facebook. I would start with Instagram. And if you can do both, you can integrate them to where you're posting on them both at the same time.
Yeah.
And you can manage them in the same place like Meta. I don't like Meta, but for businesses that are running it on their own, it's a really good start.
That's what we use, Meta.
Yep. It's just a learning curve. You have to learn it, and it's whatever.
It takes a minute.
It takes a minute. Yeah, it takes a minute, and sometimes Meta will try to throw hands with you too. Everything's going to throw hands with you. Your website, all of it. So
it's life.
It's life. Yeah,
Life
you
just
just
throws
take
hands.
your time with it. Don't rush it, but have that foundation before you even start trying to like do anything else, right? So you have your business, you have your LLC if you need it, you have your brand, your logo, all of that. Get that foundation done. Because if you don't have that foundation and you just start diving into marketing, you're like, oh, paid ads, I'm going to pay for ads on social media and I'm going to pay for this, pay for that, pay for billboards. You're spending all this money. You're not going to see as high of an ROI, because when the ads stop, the results stop. And that's if you produce a good ad, because you can put money behind an ad, but if it's not good, you're wasting a lot of money. And that's something I see a lot of business. Oh, well, it's getting me a lot of customers. How much are you paying for these ads?
Yeah.
Is the ROI like matching that? Are you actually making that back and more, or is it kind of just washing out? At a local company come to me, and I won't, say the name of it, but it's a very big like landscaping company out here, and I did an audit for them, and they told me how much they were spending like quarterly in ads, and I was like, you need to do organic. You need to do organic marketing because your ads are really hurting you. Yeah, but we're getting calls. Are all those calls turning into paying customers? Well, no. Okay, go organic. At least if they don't convert, you did not just spend like hundreds of dollars just to get them to click call. You want to start with organic marketing. And when you have that foundation, it's going to support the organic marketing, and you're going to see long-term results without having to spend an astronomical, well, ads are cheaper than professionals. No. You're going to be paying those ads for the rest of your life, and you don't even know if you're going to make more than what you are paying for those ads. That does not make sense. But if you pay someone to help you with organic marketing, they're going to help you 10x your business. If they're good at what they're doing, they're going to help you 10x your business. And now what you are paying them is literally nothing compared to what you are making back, because you're actually getting the right marketing and you're getting the right people through the door. So have that foundation set up. ask questions, ask a professional. You don't have to hire them yet if you don't want to, right? Because a lot of businesses, I understand the cost of business is high, especially for a brand new one who hasn't even started making a profit. Have that foundation.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to do a plug real quick because she actually assisted us by doing an audit of our websites and Google pages, and we did some changing up.
Okay.
And already there's a 20% uptick on Google.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No way.
On both sites. Well,
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
Yes. So
That makes
thank
me
you
so
for
happy.
that.
Of course. It's literally what I do.
It makes
I
a
love this.
difference. It does.
Yeah.
And
And you didn't have to pay for it.
So, I mean, I didn't realize how much like Google, putting into Google, how much that changed stuff. And then, all the audit produced, everything you gave us to
Absolutely.
change up on the website, and it made a difference. And that's just within a month period. So I'll be curious, in the next couple months to see that difference.
Yeah. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is they think digital marketing is overnight. This is not an ad. An ad, yeah, you can get overnight results if it's a good ad. But organic marketing, you're in for the long run. That's why I recommend my clients get on retainers with me, so it's ongoing. It's not like, I just send you a report. No, I'm actively doing stuff for your online marketing every single month. I'm optimizing your pages. I'm doing your internal linking to help with search engines. I'm writing your dynamic content so that you are ranking for these keywords you want people to find you through. I'm making sure everything's cohesive across the board. This is a long-term thing. For a lot of businesses, on average, they won't see results for 3 to 6 months after making those implementations. That's why I say when you start your business, when you build your website, before you build your website and start your social media, have that freaking foundation. That way, when you start the business and you start marketing your brand new business that you're like so excited about, you're going to start seeing the organic results in your marketing or digital marketing within 3 to 6 months, depending on how big your business or how small your business is or how big your website is. It could take up to 12 months. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've had clients where it's just taken a little longer. Sometimes you have to pivot your strategy and find out what's actually working, because it's not like, here's the strategy. This is 100%. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's not always guaranteed. You have to tweak it. You have to watch your analytics. You have to know how to read your analytics and go, my bounce rate's really high. Something's wrong on my website. I got to go in and see why people are jumping off the second they get on. It could just be they're finding what they need really, really fast, or it could be the website's not loading fast enough. It could be that there's no call to action up top and they have no idea what the heck your website's about, or they know what it's about and they're like, okay, but what do I do? Can I fill out a form?
Yeah.
What are your services? What do you do? Where do we go from here? So like, I'm going to go somewhere else. That's why it's important to have all of that set up when you start your business or as you're starting your business. And that's what I relayed to this company. I was like, listen, have all that set up. You work with me, I'll make sure you get it all set up. But even if you go somewhere else, just make sure that you have this foundation ready to go, because then you'll get the momentum going on the organic results essentially. And then you're not going to have to pay for ads. Ads are great for events, seasonal things, promotions. That's when you want to do an ad.
Yeah.
Right. My Alaskan company, it's a construction company. They had those like really, really intense gale winds. I mean, it rallied the valley. But a lot of customers' roofs got ripped off. I mean, it was really bad. Like I had to call my dad. I was like, hey, you guys good? Because he got like a brand new baby and everything, and they live up there, and I have family up there still. Like, are y'all alive? But I was like, hey, owner, you need to do an ad. This is the time to start going, hey, did your roof get blown off? Is your roof damaged? Is your whatever damaged? Like, kids, they do construction, dirt work, renovations for commercial and home. I was like, this is the time to spend money on an ad. You capitalize on that. It sounds really bad. People are looking. You want to make sure they find you. That's when you do an ad. My Arizona client, they're doing an Alaskan seafood night because they're from Alaska. Do an ad. Yeah. You're doing an event and the plates are not cheap. You want to market this the right way. Do an ad.
So events, seasonal
promotions. Hey, I'm doing a special on my course.
Yeah.
I'm going to do an ad so
speaking
people know.
Of your course, is that available?
Yes, but I'm throwing it away.
Like you're just giving it away?
No.
Oh, you're throwing it away.
No, I didn't like it.
So here's the thing. I've learned that when I launched, I think I launched it almost a year ago. And I was really excited about it. I was really proud of it. It's a good course. I'm not going to lie. It is good. But the problem is it's good for people wanting to learn how to do SEO like me. It's not good for business owners who are trying to figure out, what the crap do I do? Someone just told me about SEO. What the heck is that? I need a website. Okay, well, I built a website, but no one's clicking on it. Like, the course was not built for them, but it was meant for them. So I'm redoing it.
Okay.
Basically, I'm actually redoing a lot of like the framework of my business. I still have a la carte, like done for you services. But I'm going to be selective on the businesses I do that for, because I've done that for businesses who don't take it seriously. And it's like pulling teeth trying to get stuff from them to do what they're paying me to do. I won't work with them. If you're not taking it seriously enough to do what you need to do so that I could do what I need to do to make you successful, I'm not going to work with you, right? So those are still going to be available, but I'm going to have different programs for businesses, because I noticed this is what they need the most. And there's going to be 3. It's going to be your entry, brand new baby business. You're starting it, or you just started it. It's a year old. You're not making profit. You're kind of panicking. You're like, what do I do? I'm spending so much money on ads. Like, I'm not making anything. That's you. You would be in the first. Mid-tier, you're making some profit. It's not very consistent. You're missing something. And then the third one, this one we're still playing around with, not gonna lie. We're still under construction here, but this one is like, yeah, we're making profit, we're getting somewhere, but there's so much more growth that we're not like tapping into, and we need to understand our strategy a lot more, right? So the first 2 are the most important to me right now. Like the third one, yeah, it's gonna be more expensive. Can I make more on it? Sure, but that's not like, I love working with new businesses or like businesses that are established, but they're like, I wanna grow, I wanna get better, I wanna do better marketing. So the first tier, essentially the program is just, this is the foundation. This is what you need to know. Like, here is everything you need to know about your digital marketing for your business, how to understand like your persona, who are you talking, like goes over all of that. Once they finish that and they understand this is what they need, and it kind of gets those gears turning, I purposely don't use that tier to tell them what to do, because they're going to do one of 2 things. They're going to go, one, oh, I can do that myself. And they're going to go do it. Amazing. Now you know what it is. Go send it. Full send it. Right? Or they're going to go, nah.
I don't want to do this.
And they're not going to do it. I don't want to do this. This is too much work and I can't afford to pay someone to do it. Okay, fine. Or they're going to look at the second tier or the second program, and that program is going to teach them exactly, like I will teach them exactly what to do. I will do it with them. Let's get your persona. Let me walk you through the keyword research. We'll do this together. You know, like I will audit all of their stuff and go, here, like I did for you guys, here's exactly what you need to do. Let me do this with you, and we'll get your foundation set up and then maintain it, basically. And that one, it's going to take a little bit longer than the first one, because you're kind of redoing the whole foundation or building a whole foundation for your digital marketing presence. And then again, the third one, I think that's more going to be maintaining and growing.
Yeah.
So I do have a new course coming out in the next, I would say 3 months. I'm taking my time with this one. I'm going to be very thorough with it, because I want business owners to look at it and go, oh my gosh, like this makes so much sense. I can see how all of this connects and why I would need it. And then if they are taking their business and their marketing seriously, then they move on to the second one.
Yeah.
They're going to leave that going, we're good. Like we're ready to rip, we're ready to go. Like everything's done. What do we do next? You know, like how do we maintain it? What's like the ongoing strategy, you know, things like that. So that's kind of the route that I'm taking now, instead of just like throwing a course. Cause like the course went over technical SEO, and it was really all SEO. It wasn't digital marketing either. And again, that's when I was like, I'm just going to be an SEO consultant. And then I started talking to businesses. I was like, that's not what they need. Like, or it's not entirely what they need. There's so much more. But it was like talking about canonical tags, robots, TXT. And I'm like, they're not going to know what this is.
Yeah.
And you can't even change that on a Squarespace website. You can't access code. You can do code injections, which I do. You can't access that on most of these sandbox sites unless you have a fully HTML coded website. But if you go and change that, you could like destroy your whole website. You have to have a website developer who knows code to do that. Like I can code a website. I can code an HTML website. You're gonna pay a lot of money for it, but we can do that. And you're gonna have access to every tidbit of code to change, which is gonna help your SEO. But not everyone's doing that, and that's fine, because it's not practical for everyone. So I was like, how do I relay like the technical side to people? So I did that the best that I could. I taught keyword strategy and competitor analysis and like the basics of the SEO foundation. But there was so much in there that I was like, businesses aren't going to understand this. They're going to look at it, they're going to get overwhelmed, and they're going to go, I'll just keep paying for ads.
Yeah.
Or like, I'll keep YouTubing stuff. It's not going to help them. It's not going to help them like I wanted it to, now that I know the things that I know. So we scratched it. It's gone.
But we got the new ones coming in.
Oh, the new one's coming out, and it's going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited
Are
about
you
it.
excited
Are you
about
doing
that
any
for
kind of
you.
like workshops or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing some local workshops, still getting location and date, but basically the workshop is going to cover first and second tier, basically. I'm going to do a run through of all the pillars of digital marketing, especially when it comes to mom and pop shops, local favorites, really any kind of like local business, whether you are retail or restaurant or a local photographer. I've even had some like finance professionals out here who've been like asking questions, things like that. But it's going to cover that, but it's also going to give like little bits of like, here's how you do this, you know, just enough for them to go, okay, I can get something started. But if I were to try to give them like the full walkthrough, it would be more like a college class setting type of thing. It's going to take a long time to walk through all of that. And that's why I have the actual mid-tier like service program, because I'm walking through that with them, and you don't want to do that in a day, ever.
Yeah.
But it's enough to get them to be like, oh, I know what to do to get started. Like what I did with you guys, you had enough to go, okay, I know what I need to fix. I can do that in the span of a week or a month or however, you know. So, yeah.
So somebody that already has a website and they're entering 2026, what should they do? Should they reevaluate kind of?
Yes. Now, it depends on if they had a developer. Most of the businesses I've talked to, they didn't have a developer, or they did, and their developer did them so dirty. I've had a company out here that came to me for retainer services and foundational setup, and I looked in the back end of their website, and this company in like Florida had been running their SEO and their website for over 20 years. And I looked in there, I was like, this is the mess. You have over 400 backlinks, but none of them are relevant to like your local reach. Yeah. These are not going to help you get clients. Yes, it's going to help your domain authority, but it's at a 13 out of 100. So it really hasn't helped your domain. Like it was a disaster. No keyword strategy. The blogs, mid. And the website had not been updated since the days of AOL. Like the icons were like the OG Facebook icon and the OG Google icon. I was like, I told the owner, I was like, this has not been updated. Well, I told them, and I was like, did they do it? Well, I told them 6 months ago. Did they do it?
Probably
no.
not.
I was like, okay, you guys already paid me the foundational setup fee. Just let me give you a new website. I'll build you a brand new website. And it's going to save me a lot of time too. So I was like, I'll take the cut on that because it just saves my job, because fixing 20 years of damage to a website.
Easier to start over.
It was easier to start over. And it gave them such, like, they're getting more calls. They're getting more form submissions. It's a little slower now because it's a pest control company. So a lot of people don't realize they still need pest control in the winter. So now my marketing strategy for them is going, how do we tell people you still need this? So I'm like putting out blog content, like covering that and everything, and in their social media, because that's what you do. You pivot your strategy depending on the season.
Yeah.
But if you have a website, whether it was developer made or DIY, neither of those, there's nothing wrong with that. Do an audit. I highly recommend you want to do a technical audit, make sure it's healthy, make sure people aren't bouncing off because it's not loading fast enough. Make sure you do what's called an on-page SEO audit. And this also determines like your keywords. Do you have enough keywords? Do you have enough copy to give people in search engines context of your website and what you do? Are you answering their questions? Do you have metadata? Do you have 10 H1 headers on one page? Audit that aspect of your website as well. And I actually have a checklist for that on my website. I have a checklist guide. It just tells them exactly what to look for, what to look at, tools you can use if you don't want to sit there and do it manually. There's ways that you can do that. Is your website submitted to Google Search Console? There's a way to find out. And I think it's like typing in like site : and then your website. Don't quote me on it off the top of my head. Or you can type in your actual domain and then do /sitemap.xml. And you can see if you even have a sitemap. If you don't, Google does not know you're there. These are things you need to know about your website. So, and then your off page. Are people linking back to your website? Are your socials linking back to your website? Is your Google business profile linking back to your website? Is anyone referring to your website that can give Google end users a trust signal about who you are? Check into all of those things. And then also make sure, like, is it a good user experience? Are they going on there and they're like, I have no idea what to do with this information you just gave me? Like, do you have call to actions anywhere? Like, you've got 3 seconds from the time they click on your website to the time they land. 3 seconds. And that is like a legit statistic. If you lose them in those 3 seconds, they're gone. If they don't see what they're looking for, or at least enough to keep scrolling, they're gone.
Yeah.
So even just a phone number and something about what you are doing, what is your value proposition? You need to audit that too. If your value proposition is not in the hero section of your website, right when they land on your site, gone. They're gone. You lost them. So is it streamlined? Does it take like 7 steps to get to the conversion? They're gone. They're not going to do it.
What's the aim?
3 to 4.
3 to 4 steps.
3 to 4 steps. You want it streamlined as possible. Now, if it's e-commerce, it's more like you have 7 seconds of their attention before they click add to cart and check out.
Yeah.
But anything else, it's roughly 3 seconds. And then the steps, like if you have a form, don't do more than 4 questions. If you have more questions, like a photographer, and you have other things you need to find out, like how many people, is this an event? Is this a wedding? Is this a birth? I have a birth photographer that I work with. You have to gather other information. You don't want to do that right off the bat. You just want to capture their contact, capture that lead. Then you reach out, go, hey, I got questions for you so I can build you a quote. You know, have that conversation with them as a good conversation driver. But you don't want to have like 10 questions in your website form, regardless of whether it's embedded or directly in the website, because they're not going to answer all of them. Squirrel brain.
Yeah.
People, they're looking for, they're on a mission. They're looking for something. They don't want to answer
They want it
20
easy.
questions. They want it easy.
Yeah.
4 questions is the sweet spot.
So what all services do you provide?
So I do a range. I can do retainer. I do a la carte. So retainer is every single month ongoing. That's my recommendation because I like consistently looking at everything and at what's working, what's not working, pivoting, adjusting.
Yeah.
Plus it's ongoing. If you're a photographer and you have a podcast like this, if you are not repurposing, I told you this, if you're not repurposing this into dynamic content on your website, you're not going to rank. And this is a really good ranking opportunity to answer questions, provide value, and add dynamic content to your website. And here's the magic of it. A lot of my clients love this. I tell them, if I do dynamic content for your website, I'm going to do what's called a content cascade. Okay. Even if I'm not doing their social media, I'm going to give them this. I just wrote you this blog. Here is like tons of social media content just from this blog. Reel scripts. If you're doing reels or TikToks, I can give you scripts for this. If you are doing like tweets or X or whatever it's called or Pinterest, like you can repurpose one piece of content into like 50 pieces of content.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my clients, I like doing that. So I help with content creation. I help with like foundational SEO. I don't offer email marketing because no one has wanted it. And honestly, email marketing is for captured leads.
Yeah.
Like email marketing is very interesting. It's very different. I have my own opinion on it. And so that's why I'm not like openly promoting it as a service. Now, if someone asked me and I'm already doing other services for them, then yeah, like that's a conversation. We can talk about email marketing because I'm already doing everything else, you know, and I want to be their go-to for everything. Like I want them to be like, hey, she's got all my external marketing. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So when you become my client under my retainer, that's what that's going to look like. I do a la carte. Hey, I just need a website. Hey, I just need a social media strategy for the next year. Cool. Hey, I just need you to audit this and tell me what I need to do. Yeah, we could do that. So I do offer different a la cartes, whether it's social media, website, search engine optimization, or local SEO, brand development, persona development, things like that. And then the courses, those are going to be a thing in the next 3 months.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about what I offer, but I cover all pillars of digital marketing because all of them contribute to each other. Like
And
they all feed.
Where can they find you?
So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. I have a website. You can find me on Google. I'm actually one of the top search results for SEO consulting Midland, which is pretty cool. It took me a little bit, but I am now the #1 result. But my website is digitalbliss.social, and all my social handles are at Isabelle Digital Bliss. So you can find me literally everywhere. Of course, I have a phone number and everything too. But yeah, I try to cover all my bases. So if someone types in digital marketing near me or where can I find a website designer, you know, things like that, I want to make sure I come up on the first page for those results. So I try to, again, cover my bases.
Yeah.
You practice what you
Yeah.
I practice what I
Practice
preach. If I don't practice what I preach, that absolutely destroys my own
I
credibility.
was going to say
So
that would be not a good sign if
Yeah.
your digital marketing expert is on the second page of Google results.
Exactly, which I have seen a lot of. When I did my own competitor marketing, I was like, whew, okay. All right, cool. So yeah, but if you have like a bad website, and I'm like, I build websites. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I do social media. Yeah, your social media is kind of trash, man. Like, you're not doing mine. You know, so yeah, gotta practice what you preach. But
Yeah. No. So, well, thank you, Isabelle, for being on here.
Thank you.
Thank you for this cup, by the way.
Oh, of course, that goofy little cup.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. We're in the
Merry
Christmas season.
Christmas.
Happy New Year's.
It's a fun one.
Well, we really appreciate you being out here. Again,
Yeah.
thank you. And thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook at Downtown Studio Midland. Downtown Studio Midland. You can find us on the website, downtownstudiomidland.com. You can follow this podcast on YouTube as well, Downtown Studio Midland. Isabelle, again, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everybody out here. And
Merry Christmas.
Maybe it'll snow. Maybe. Probably not. It's probably
We'll
going to be like
see.
70. But
It's questionable.
yeah. But anyways, yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Catch you on the next one.